All right, good afternoon, everyone. Want to give a quick run through kind of the forecast thinking, cover kind of what's expected this week with some cold air in place, and then obviously get into a little bit of discussion over the much discussed potential snow this weekend, and do try to a little bit of rumor control over kind of what we're thinking for the potential for that winter weather. So overall, it's another round of winter weather possible this weekend. It's not too unlike the pattern we had back in 2022, where we just had kind of multiple winter weather threats in a relatively short period of time, kind of on a periodicity of like 7 to 10 days or so. So that threat's going to be there again this weekend. It looks like across at least portions of the area, sometime late Friday night through Sunday. Exact timing in that window is still pretty uncertain, as you'd expect in this time frame. Overall, the system is going to favor either rain or snow. It definitely does not look like an ice storm type setup with a coastal low development. It's very rare that we would see a big freezing rain event from that. Can't rule out some sleet, but freezing rain does not look likely with this event. Potential does exist for some impactful snowfall and accumulating snowfall for parts of the area, but just not sure yet exactly where that's going to fall. And then the highest potential for any accumulating snowfall right now looks like across kind of northern South Carolina into northeast South Carolina. And it's, again, typical winter weather uncertainty in this window. Should get a much better picture as we move over the next 48 hours of what this storm's going to look like. So let's talk a little bit about that. So first, just covering the WSSI, so the Winter Storm Severity Index. This is probabilities of moderate impacts. So these would be disruptions to daily life, hazardous travel, closures of infrastructure, and things like that. And overall, again, those highest probabilities of up 50% or so across northeast South Carolina, and then kind of generally decreasing as you move east along I-20 into eastern Georgia. So overall, confidence currently is highest in seeing some impacts across eastern and northeastern South Carolina. If we just look like at the winter weather area, so this is just chance of any weather at all. Could just be a quick snow shower. Probabilities are really high across the whole area. There's a really good signal across all the guidance right now of some snow kind of wrapping around wherever this coastal low develops. And most of the area has a pretty good chance to see at least some snow. May not have much or any impacts from that, but some snow falling from the sky is definitely possible. So just overall, the synoptic setup from this is we have a very, very deep shot of cold air and a very, very strong 500 millibar trough digging down into the central U.S. It's going to interact with a southern stream jet stream, and a pretty classic situation where those two line up. Basically, the two short waves phase together. You get a rapidly strengthening trough off the east coast of the U.S. Exactly where that occurs is the big question mark. If it occurs close enough to our area, you can get some snow kind of along the northwestern edge of that low. If it occurs further up the coast, we may only see some brief showers or not much snow at all. So overall, that's the general setup as that really strong shortwave dives down, interacts with that jet coming across the southern U.S., and then that low spins up along the coast. Now, exactly where that happens is definitely still uncertain. So this is a product here that shows the amount of uncertainty in the guidance we have. So basically the darker and the red colors and the purple colors basically will show our confidence in this forecast or uncertainty. And as we move into late Friday and into Saturday, see those purple and red increasing across the entire area. So basically this is showing that the models are handling how this shortwave dives out of Canada and down into the central U.S. differently. Some are showing that dig down across more into the central U.S., more down kind of the Appalachians, and those differences in timing and spatially where that shortwave comes are making the big difference in where that low develops and consequently the amount of snow we could potentially see. So overall, if we take a look at just probabilities here of greater than 1 inch of snowfall based on the current guidance from this morning from the 12Z guidance suite, overall you're looking at between a 30 to 60% chance kind of across our area in 1 inch of snowfall. Now, how that sticks and things like that is definitely not shown in these models, but overall, based on how much liquid falls in frozen form, between like a 30 to 60% chance across the area. We're expecting the forecast to evolve over the next couple days as it usually does. But right now, that's our thinking. And let us know if you have any questions.